And I'm so glad to be doing this day 3 today. And I'm so excited for those of you who actually got through day 1 and day 2 and are now watching day 3. Uh, this is going to be such an amazing journey together. Uh, so let's start with some grounding because um, if we truly want to reach high, we first need to feel safe, secure, and grounded. This is also something that was very prevalent for me throughout my journey. So, as long as I was struggling with anxiety, I didn't feel safe in what I was doing, I couldn't actually reach high enough to actually even think of any bigger goals. So first we need security from the root and from the ground, from Mother Gaia, from the earth, so that we can first root and then rise. So when we rise up, when we root down, we tune into the energy of the earth, the feminine energy, and then we rise up, tune into the energy of the universe, the masculine, because we need to balance both. So let us start with grounding. So take a couple of deep breaths first. Just don't rush it. Just focus on watching how your body moves naturally. And visualize that energy going downwards. You might start it at your root chakra, or you might just start it from the soles of your feet and go down into the earth. Lower and lower into the earth, passing rocks, underground waters, trees, roots, everything on your way. Go down and down, deeper and deeper. Lower and lower. And when you get as deep as it's only possible to the very core of the planet Earth, when that energy sent from your body touches the core of the Earth, see how it lights up. And then from that very core of the Earth, throughout the same path that your energy went down, the stream of shining bright light energy goes upwards, passing the same layers of the earth, of rock, of underground waters, of stones, trees, roots, any underground creatures. And watch as it climbs up and up and up towards the soles of your feet. And then it moves into your body. As it moves upwards through your legs, filling them with that beautiful shining energy. Notice what color that energy is. And as it goes up in your body, it lights up your chakras, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart. It fills your arms with that loving, beautiful, shining energy. And goes up through your throat, through your third eye, filling your head. Now your body's all lit up with this beautiful energy of the earth. And that energy, as it fills up your body and it starts overflowing with that loving energy of the earth, that energy shines upwards towards the sky, towards the universe, and it travels up and up and up into the sky. And now up above your head, see that beautiful, shining, bright energy of the universe going downwards. The same path as your and the Earth's energy went up. The universal energy goes down through the sky, through the clouds, through the air, until it touches your crown. It goes into your body through your crown, activating, lighting it up. And now it activates your chakras from up, from the top downward. So it activates your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, your root chakra, and it goes down into the earth, into the very core of the earth. To me, it's like a beam of light that I am inside of that. You might see it a bit differently. For me, the energy of the earth goes into my body and shines outwards. And the energy of the universe is like a beam of light that I am inside of that. It might look differently for you. And that beam of light goes down into the earth, deeper and deeper and deeper until it reaches the core of the earth. Now your body is a conduit, combining both energies of the universe and of the planet Earth, of Gaia and of God, Mother Earth and Father Sky, the feminine and the masculine. And those two energies meet at the core of your system, at the heart. And from there, they move into your arms, outwards to the sides and through your arms. Now you have the power to guide and direct those energies on the surface of planet Earth to create the change and the life that only you can dream. Because we are creators, we are dreamers, bringing our dreams into the life, into the world. So let us just bask in this energy for a few breaths. Feeling this powerfulness that is ours, that we can bring into not only our lives, but the lives of our children, the lives of our close ones, the lives of our neighborhoods, of every single person we touch. And then it creates a ripple effect into every person those people touch. And that ripple, sooner or later, will bring the change to the whole world, to the whole planet. As you're watching the recording, feel free to pause it right now and feel into this moment as long as you need. And when you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes. Welcome back. How are you feeling right now? So if you're in the school group, let me just share that. If you're in the school group and you go to the classroom and you click Beyond Enough-ness here. Day 3, shining your light. Here's a reflection post. The video will be here, so if you're watching, you're probably here. You're probably here. So let me know how you feel after this short activation. Who's joining? Hello, Lucinda.
I am so sorry.
I
I
will
was in
see
the wrong
how I
thing.
can actually Oh, maybe let's make it. Um, I want the recording to show only me. How can I do that?
I'm so sorry. Honestly, I thought something had happened with you. I was like, oh, she's not turned up yet. I was about to message and be like, are you okay?
I don't know. Oh, I will just pin myself like this. Okay, so this will work.
Brilliant.
All right. So I just did a short activation to connect with the grounding energy of Mother Earth and the energy of the universe. So feel free to watch the recording to catch up on that. And we will just move on with what we are doing. So this is day 3. Today we uh, find out how to shine our light. So this is the change that I want to bring into the world. So this is what we also tapped into in this activation we just did. Uh, so I truly believe that especially in motherhood, we are um, we are being activated all the time by our kids, by all the things happening in our lives, by sheer fact of becoming a mother and being a mother. Um, we step into this mm, hastened and not but not with like hey but everything gets much faster, happening much faster. All the things that we are supposed to bring, uh things that are supposed to happen in our lives, they start happening much faster. And on at the same time, life life becomes at the same time faster and slower, if you know what I mean. It's like, if I'm making any sense, it's like um you're able to do less in the day, but it rushes through. Oh, Satya is joining. Hello. We will have 2 people on the call. Hello. So just to quickly recap what we did, um, we did a quick activation. We grounded with the energy of Mother Earth and the energy of the universe and tapped into our own power, our own light. And I started sharing that this is exactly my vision for the world, to bring out that light from you, from all of us mothers, because I truly believe that motherhood activates us to the degree that we cannot keep hiding. Yet, on the other hand, it throws so many responsibilities on us that it feels impossible to actually find the time and energy to do that. So we have so much to do because we've been through so much and we have so many messages to share with the world. Yet at the same time, life feels so full that we struggle to squeeze anything else in. Um, and what I actually want, what the change that I want to create in the world is that we all parent and mother from a place where we are supported. We feel that overflow of love, energy, time, and abundance, and everything we need. And at the same time, we feel deeply fulfilled with what we do. And if a mother is stuck with her kids 24 hours, 7 days a week, and she cannot leave them, there was actually a study that shows that those mothers have higher levels of stress than the most stressful jobs. something like that. So we are not supposed to parent from isolation. We are not supposed to be stuck with our kids all the time. We are supposed to be deeply fulfilled and to live in a community so that you can drop your kids off in your neighbor's place, and then the neighbor can drop her kids off at your place, to create that exchange, to create that flow, so you feel free and fulfilled, and you can actually shine your light into the world. So yeah, what I wrote down today for the teaching part of this workshop, I wanted to talk about boundaries, and then I realized, like, I didn't really know why I wanted, when I was planning this retreat. I wrote down boundaries for day 3, and I had no idea why for day 3. But then I talked with Lucinda in the morning today, and she said, well, this is so important. I need to hear that. So here it goes. Saying no with love and saying yes with clarity. To do that, you need to know what you want, and what you want for yourself, and what you want for your family. You need to have that goal right in front of your eyes all the time. And with the chaos of mom life, it's very easy to lose sight of that. So, what I do every day, I have a certain morning routine, when I reconnect with myself, my higher self, or just to watch my thoughts, just a little moment of meditation. And that helps me see what I actually want for myself and my family and my kids. How you want to be treated, how you want to be respected in your life by your kids also, and also by other adults. So focus on what you want. And if anything happens in your life that feels like, I don't want that, ask yourself, but you feel like you have to say yes. Ask yourself why. Why do you actually want to do it? Because if you feel like you cannot say no, it means there is a part of you that wants to do it. Like, for instance, I used to really hate housework because it felt like uneven division of chores in the house. And I was expecting a 50-50 division of the chores. And if I did one thing more, it felt like I'm succumbing to patriarchy. But then at some point, I realized that it will never be 50-50. And since like my husband works maybe longer hours than I work, or he does other things that I cannot do, or I don't want to do, or sometimes it's simply a matter of communication, I just let go of that. And then I also started thinking, like, I'm not really I'm not doing something I have to. I'm doing something because I want to, because I want my children to have clean clothes. I want my children to have clean dishes when it's mealtime. I want my children to feel good in the environment we are creating together. And also, just walking around a messy house, and it will be messy when there are kids, it will be messy. But I'm aligning the space I live in with the vibration I'm at. Oh my gosh, someone else is joining. We have so many people here today. Hello and welcome. So, just to continue the topic of saying yes with clarity and saying no with love. When something doesn't feel like you really want to do it, like for example, my mom usually asks me to give her a lift anywhere, even though my brother could do that too. And sometimes it's just a matter of setting that boundary and saying, no, okay, why don't you just ask someone else? Because like I have kids at home and it's might be more of like a logistics struggle to actually get time to give her the lift, unless it isn't. Sometimes I'm just too tired, which is also okay to say no if you're too tired. That depends on the situation, of course. However, when you so all of you that joined at the very beginning of this session, I recorded a guided meditation activation to connect with the earth and the universe. So when I upload the recording, please go back and listen to that. So you can tune into your soul, your higher self, and um, feel into what you actually want for yourself and what change you want to bring to the world. So when you know what you want, when you know what you want to shine into the world, what light you want to bring into the world, you get that clarity of what is aligned with that light, with that voice of your higher self. So on day one, we talked about higher self and connecting with her. We talked about that inner critic that keeps telling us that we are not good enough. And in order to tune out that inner critic, we need to tune into the higher self because she always speaks from the place of love. She always speaks from the place of support. And believe me or not, Wednesday and Thursday, I nearly didn't show up to this workshop. I felt really struggling. I felt really like I was failing. And I was like, okay, what am I going to talk about if I'm not doing my own work? And then I realized that these workshops are the very medicine that I myself needed at that moment. So I decided to just tune into that energy and go and record those videos. So go back and watch them. Let me know in the comments if you have watched them because maybe you have already. And when I went live, it all shifted because, as I said, I needed my own medicine at that moment, and I started feeling much better. And on Thursday morning, I realized, okay, I need to actually do my own teaching and start tuning into my higher self. And oh my gosh, how that was amazing to stop listening to that voice telling me you're failing and listen to the voice that was telling me you're on the verge of the very success you've been building for the past 5 years. This is literally what she told me. This is literally what I heard in my head when I tuned into my higher self. She said, go on for 2 3 days more and you will see the success you've been striving for the past 5 years. I cannot wait to see that. I'm so excited. So today I felt much better because I was already after those 2 days, so I know by my own example that this works. On practice it on myself. So lovelies, when you say yes with clarity, when you tune into your higher self, you know what to tell yes to. You know what things you want, and anything that is not aligned with um your goals, what you want to bring into your life, ask yourself whether it's okay to just say no to that. Because, like, okay, when my grandma is sick and I really need to take her to the doctors, that's when I won't say no. But because I love her, because I want her to be healthy for as long as it's possible. But if my mom simply asks me to give her a lift to, I don't know, a supermarket, and I have my own things to do, it doesn't feel like a burden anymore to say no to those things. Okay? And with the kids, um, my daughter often interrupts me when I'm on a call. I'm surprised she hasn't entered here yet. And I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't happen every minute. Because then I simply tell her, okay, you need to wait in the living room or do something on your own or do some coloring. What I usually do in order to support that boundary, I spend some quality time with my kids before any calls that I'm going to have on Zoom. Because that fills their attention cup. And when their attention cup is filled, they're much more cooperative and much more likely to actually focus on something that they can do on their own rather than keep on entering and interrupting. Um, so these can be very simple things, very simple shifts that we do. And we do all that in Motherlight. This is why I created Motherlight, to actually help moms activate that inner light and start shining it out to the world. So yes, saying yes with clarity. And this is like I wanted to bring this thing here. So if we have a candle and we light a candle, this one is very small one. So your boundaries around your sacred light are like this I don't know what the name of that is in English. This thing. um lantern, this lantern. So when you light that light, yeah. Um okay. When you light that light, it can be blown out by the wind, right? I will actually light it now, just to visualize that. It can be easily blown out by the wind, right? Or I can just, someone, someone might come and criticize you and tell you like, you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. You're not supposed to be shining your light. You're supposed to be kept small because if you're too big, you're making me uncomfortable. So I'm just going to blow you out. And there's no light. But if we set those boundaries, they can blow all they want, and the light is still shining. See? It's still shining because it has boundaries, and the boundaries aren't walls that separate us from others. Boundaries are sacred pathways for communication. So when you don't set boundaries, and someone asks you for a favor and you do that from the place of resentment, like I don't really want to do that, but I don't feel like saying no, or coming off like I'm ungrateful or like I'm not helpful, because we've been trained to be good girls, right? So we should always be helpful and sacrifice our own well-being for others. So when you help someone with that feeling of resentment, they feel that and you feel that, and there is bound to be some like angry communication between the two of you. And if you say no with clarity and with love, and that love comes from within of your heart, from your higher self, because that's where we set the boundaries from within, not from without. We don't set walls in the moment because it feels like we need protection. We set boundaries from within and pull them out of self-love. And those boundaries stick. Uh, so when you want to set boundaries, first ask yourself what you want for yourself, write it down, and try to notice when someone, it might be one person, it sometimes is just that one person who always tramples your boundaries. Um, ask yourself what behaviors that person actually shows um, disturbs you most, and how can you communicate the boundary beforehand. It might be with your kids, like with the playtime that I do with my kids before I go live on Zoom, or it can be with other adults, um like with my mom. One day, actually, the story of setting boundaries with my mom was very long and bumpy, but it did work in the long run. And there was a point when I was ready to actually cut off any connection I had with her. When I started realizing that she was actually stepping on my boundaries. And when I started setting those boundaries, she didn't understand it at first. But believe me or not, right now, after like year or two later, I have never had a better relationship with my mom. So there was situations when she, like, during family gatherings, she would tell things like, uh, I was alone with two kids. My brother and his wife were there with one kid, so there were two adults for that kid, and my other brother without any kids. And because I am a woman and they are men, she always asked me to help her out with like the kitchen stuff and everything. And I had two kids to look after, and they were small, so they wouldn't go to any uncles or aunts or anyone. And when I simply said no because I had to like do something with my kids, she said that nobody ever helps her with anything, like shaming and what's the word, like emotional manipulation. Um, so I told her how I feel about that. I told her, like, you have two sons, and they have, one has a wife, another one has a fiance. They can help you too. I have two kids. Why do you always ask me? And I knew why, because she was just used to me helping out every single time. And it took us a year of such miscommunications until it finally clicked. And as I say, right now, I've never had a better relationship with my mom, not even in my childhood, because she had her dose of healing to do at that point. So right now, I'm really proud of both of us that we are actually where we are right now. So communication, building those bridges. Boundaries are sacred bridges of communication between adults and also between adults and people. People, adults and children. I wanted to say adults and children. So this is the truth about boundaries. Let me know how that's resonating and if you relate to any part of that in the comments. So moving on, how do you want to express your own inner light in the world? You can write it down in your journal. You can write it down in the comments. Boundaries are so important. And Lucinda says she loves the visual representation. Yes, this is something I came up like 30 minutes before going live. Like, boundaries are there to protect the light. So how do you want to actually shine that light out in your life? What's your heart longing for? What do you really want to create for yourself, for your children? What legacy do you want to pass on to them? And one more thing, since we are in the journals that you can write down, then another question is, how are you committing to your enoughness from now on after these 3 workshops, these 3 days? How are you committing to your enoughness? How are you committing to your enoughness? Okay, and Lucinda and I, oh, by practicing gratitude and stop seeking validation from, yes, exactly. The only validation you need comes from your inner self, your higher self. So, oh, if you want to, you can also unmute yourself and you can speak because there's only like 4 of us. I will just unpin myself. So,
I didn't hear a word
Lucinda,
you said. My daughter was there. So sure. Sorry. Hi.
so I will try to pin Lucinda and pin myself because Lucinda was, okay, I can do this. I talked with Lucinda this morning and she agreed to come here and to share a little bit. So yeah, the floor is yours.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so recently I've been standing out there and sharing my light a bit more. And that was inspired by a conversation that I had with Natalia, where she asked me what I did. And she said, "Oh, you're really enthusiastic about this. This is what you need to talk about." So I went away and I did a little drawing, a neurographic drawing. And a week later, a life challenge popped up. And I was like, oh, it's a bit quicker than I expected to have to face this, but I've started doing it and I've done 4 days and today's day 5. And so after this, I'm going to go and do one. But up until recently, it's been really difficult getting everything together and putting myself out there and just having a supportive community where you can come back and talk to people. And if your kids come in, it's not like frowned upon. It's just accepted. It's okay. It's normal. It's mum life. And that has been a really important part of mother life for me. There's a lot of meetings I go to. It's like you've got to keep them away and you feel a lot of pressure. And then they misbehave because your energy's off. And then the people on the other side of the camera think you're a terrible mum and your children are really badly behaved. But I don't think she's been badly behaved in any of the mother light sessions. And it just enables you to deal with your children, get the support you need. And I just think it's a really wonderful container that you've created, and mums need it. And
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
definitely if you can jump in because there's been no pressure. I've been in for 2 weeks now and I've only just completed week 1. And it's not like you've got to do this or you're falling behind. It's just a lot of support and a lot of love. And it's beautiful. You've created something really beautiful. And I'm grateful that you did because it's really
Oh
helped me
my gosh.
support me.
Thank you so much for these words. So how are you shining your light right now? So you said about Neurographica.
Yes, Neurographica, that's something that came to me last year and it's helped me make things real. You do a drawing and it activates all your senses and then things just happen. So the drawing I did last a week and a half ago, suddenly I had the live challenge to help me face my fear, which is what I did the drawing on, was to release my fear of going live. So that came up. I also do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master teacher. Hoping to start teaching that soon and get the sessions out there. And then I also do frequency charge nutrition, which has been a huge, huge part of my grounding and bringing my body into like alignment and allowing me to be able to do things like this, which there's no way I would have done it before. Absolutely no way. But I've got to share them because I know how much better I feel compared to where I was, and where I was not a good place.
Mm. And now imagine there is a mom sitting there scrolling through her Facebook who feels really down and she feels like she's all alone on her journey and there's no hope for her. And she stumbles upon one of your lives and sees your neurographica or your Reiki or your mushrooms or and she thinks like, oh wow, there is this mom who is just like me and she's doing such an amazing thing and maybe there's hope for me too.
Yeah, that's what I hope will happen. I really do, because I think everybody should be doing all these things
Mm-hmm.
because they just made such a huge impact in my life. And I want to help change everybody else's. Well, not change. I want to help them improve things for themselves. And then once they've got the tools that I can give them, they're okay. They just need communities like yours where they've still got the people and the connection, because that's a really important part of the growth.
Mm. And yeah, the community is like just before you joined, there were just two members in Motherlight, and they started sharing so deeply. Like one of them
Mm,
said, like this is the sisterhood that I was looking for. This is the sisterhood, and now that you joined, it's getting even deeper.
yeah.
So this is this is a magical place. Like I'm feeling that too. And now on your journey, shining your light, as I like to put it, what has been your biggest difficulty?
It's been getting it all together and making it all make sense and having the bravery and the confidence to get it out there. And I used to feel very alone, and I don't feel like that anymore. The more that I do all this stuff, the more I find there's more and more like-minded women that are either on the same mission or on a similar mission. And it's just really supportive. It's not like the way I used to feel it was, and where it's like they're better than me or I'm better than them. I don't feel any of that anymore. It's just so supportive.
Mm, yes, this is exactly why I created this, like to support moms who feel like hiding rather than shining. Um so if someone feels like she's not able to like give anymore because she's already depleted after a day with her kids. So how am I supposed to like build something, shine my light outwards, give more? What would you tell such mom? Because I know that was you before we talked.
Yeah, I'd say find the right community, get the right vibrations in you, and just start one day at a time, and don't put pressure on yourself. Just go with the flow of how it all starts, and enjoy the journey. And yeah, don't worry about it. Just go for it. Just step in. Start to step in and be with the people that are doing it. Because when you're with the people that are doing it, it affects your energy, and then you all grow together.
Yeah. Okay, so if you met a mom who was thinking about motherline, but she was on the fence, what would you tell her?
Go for it. Just get in. Honestly, it's fantastic. You don't have to worry about anything. It's brilliant. It's really
Mhm.
good. I love the content. I love the sessions that you provide. And I love the fact that me and my daughter both feel comfortable. Because my daughter's 4. She was here a minute ago and she sat on my knee. And I thought, well, if she is sat on my knee, by the time it starts, it's not going to matter. It'll be okay. She's safe. It's a safe environment.
Yeah. So, do you want to share anything else just from your heart?
I don't know. I feel like I've done a lot of sharing, and my anxiety side of me that's like, we've done a lot now. I'm not sure. No, I can't think of anything. I think
All
that's
right.
good.
So if anything comes up, just feel free to unmute yourself and share. And you ladies, if you feel like that, like sharing, how do I unpin you? Where is it? Oh, there it is. If you feel like sharing something, just
Thank you,
unmute
Sasha.
yourself. there's just 4 of us here, so I don't think raising hands is
I
mandatory.
can.
So I will also share my screen for a moment. So this is the school group. When you go here, I don't know how good you are about the school group, how much you know where to go or where to click. So when you go to the school group and you go to classroom, you will see Beyond Enough-ness as the first thing here. I will move it later on, but for the next week, it's going to stay here so people can catch the replay. And then when you click on Beyond Enoughness, these are the 3 days. Remembering your enoughness is day 1. So on day 1, we talked about the 5 reasons why moms don't feel good enough and how to shift it. And here's a reflection post. So this is something that will really bring me joy. Really will bring me joy. When you watch the video and write a comment under this post, you just click it, and then the comments are here. And tell me what was your biggest takeaway from the session of day 1. And then when you go to day 2, this is the recording of day 2, and here's the reflection post. So feel free to comment under this post. Just click away, and I will put the recording of this video here as soon as it's ready. And go back to this video because at the very beginning, I guided a very powerful visualization that will really help you tap into your inner power, that inner light that you want to shine into the world. Because I truly believe if you are a spiritual mom and you are here in this group, you are bound to shine your light into the world this way or another. So just a few words about Mother Light. So this is my little gem, my little baby. I've been a parenting coach for 5 years. I focus mainly on teaching moms how to parent from a place of love and connection. Because I know that empathic moms, the mainstream parenting guidance doesn't work for empathic moms and their children, because their children are likely empaths as well. So that's why I was focusing on that parenting side. But only now, like 2 months ago, I realized that what mothers really need is not only guidance around parenting, which is also imbued in Mother Light, because as moms, we need that guidance to, like, we need first to sort things at home so that we can focus on ourselves and shining the light outwards. So parenting is also in this. And when you go to the classroom, you can see some parenting courses, more strategy oriented, more connection and spirituality oriented. So you can look at those too. But Mother Light, this is something that has been percolating very long in me, in my head, but I didn't have the courage to go out with it because I felt like I'm not the expert on this. I had this imposter syndrome. So now I finally did it, and I know this is the way I am actually going to change the world. So this is a 12-week journey, and this is a beta. We are still in baby stages of this. So the price is also much lower than it will be once all the beta spaces are taken. I don't put any time limits on myself, and I don't want to put it on you. So the 12-week is a very rough sort of thing. We will get there. So right now, we are 8 weeks into Mother Light, and I only recorded 3 weeks of content because I'm still figuring out there will be only 4 modules, so you will go through the modules in your own time. So week 4 is still to be recorded, but as you join now, you can go into week 1, 2, and 3, which are, I will actually change the name from week to module. Module 1, module 2, module 3. That will be more intuitive. So you go at your own pace, because module 1 and 2 are very inner work heavy, and sometimes you just need more time to process what's there. So there's one call right now, but I will add one once people from other time zones join, so I can accommodate for everyone. Short, powerful, pre-recorded content. This is the biggest part of the work, with guided meditations, visualizations, and the journaling. The journaling prompts are not merely there to just allow you to, I don't know, scribble away what's on your heart. This is the actual processing of your, this is the inner work that we are doing. This is the inner work, because you need to have that space, to carve that space from your day, to actually sit down and allow your subconscious to transform certain things. And the best thing to do that is to anchor that in journaling. The school community, you're already in that. And we also have a messenger chat for real-time communication. So you don't have to wait for the call. You can DM me in the messenger chat any time, at any moment. And I would love to invite you to a free call if that makes your soul tingle. So when you book that free call, if you feel money is a problem, money is never a problem. Believe me, money is never a problem, because we are here to actually bring in more money. So if you feel money is a problem, just book the call and let's talk, because I know we will be able to figure it out. If you feel like, oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about, an important thing. If you feel like you need to ask for permission to shine your light, because there will always be someone willing to blow it out, to extinguish it. If you feel like you need to ask your husband, partner, your mom, whoever, whether you're allowed to shine your light or not, I don't think you need that. When I invested with my coach, I didn't even tell my husband, because I knew he's very much to the earth. He's very much only 3D world oriented, and he rarely takes risks. So I just decided, okay, I need this kind of coaching. I invested with my coach, and only after that, when I was actually on a call, my husband entered this room, and I told him I'm on a call. Did someone pay you for that? And I was like, no, I paid for it. So that was the end of the discussion. Yeah. So I don't think we need permission, because nobody else knows your higher self as well as you do. And only your higher self is there to help you decide whether you need something or not, whether you should be doing something or not. If it feels like your next logical step, or your next step that your heart is telling you to take, book a call and we will see. If it doesn't feel like that, then maybe it's not for you. All right, so I want to open the floor for any questions or shares. What spoke to you during this call? Feel free to type, feel free to unmute yourself.
Hi, Natalia.
Hello.
Hi. I would like to know how to help moms that have special children.
Oh, I have a special child.
Oh, okay. So how are you helping your child with? Because I have a friend, my best friend is going through a lot because she is having a kid who is in spectrum. And
Mhm.
even though she is practicing meditation, it's hard for her to find some me time for her.
So the thing is, like, my son has autism. He has Asperger's syndrome. What I do, like, he was just diagnosed 2 months ago. So we've been going. He's 8, so for 8 years we've been like going blindfolded. Like, we didn't know what's the why is he behaving that way. Um, so the thing is, every child is different, and with children in spectrum, it's also very different. With every single child, so you need to just figure out. Um, there are no bad answers to that question and no good answers to that question. Every child, like, every family is different, every child is different. Find the support, because going alone and having a special needs child is like even harder than with a neurotypical child. Um, find support, find a group in your community if there is one. If not, like what we are going to do this school year, like it starts this Monday. I just applied to get him an extra teacher to have in class, and I know he will be enlisted into some classes called like revalidation, something like that. Um, but are you asking for the child or for the mom?
For the mom.
For the mom. Find
Mhm,
support. Find
mhm,
people who can work with your child because you cannot do it on your own. There
mhm,
will be moments like, my son screams at me, shouts at me. We try to do homework. He just runs away because he feels the need to just run it out.
mhm,
Um, so sometimes my husband has more patience than I do.
mhm,
So on these days, I just ask my husband to do homework with him because, like, he doesn't mind when our son just writes one sentence and starts running around and goes back to the table and writes another sentence and starts running around again.
mhm,
To me, that's triggering. To me, that's already triggering. I cannot do that. I would just force him to say, like, finish this and you'll be free.
mhm,
This kind of schoolwork doesn't work with this kind of kids, but like, we are in the school system and he actually thrives in school system. He likes going to classes, to lessons. So
mhm,
I'm not pulling him. I was actually considering homeschooling,
mhm,
but since he really enjoys going to school and having lessons, he
mhm,
doesn't enjoy having like um class parties, because sometimes they do have those different kind of days that they don't have lessons, they have something, some enjoyable activities. He doesn't like that because it ruins his routine.
mhm,
um so just finding the support, finding specialists who can work with your child, finding a group maybe where you can get some rest, and then when you go back home, allow him to decompress in a way that works for him.
mhm,
Some people say forbidding screen time because it overstimulates the mind. Other people say that autistic children actually thrive on screen time.
mhm.
So maybe just figuring out a healthy boundary between other kind of activities. And I'm not a very big fan of limiting something by forbidding.
Mhm.
I would rather just include other type of activities instead to offer him something that he will be eager to do.
Mhm.
How does that resonate?
The thing with her is she is working full time and she
Mm-hmm.
is all alone managing this kid. So during her work time, that kid will go to therapy class, and
Mm-hmm.
after her work time, she is the one who has to take care of the kid all the time. her husband is not with her due to work.
Mm-hmm.
So he's living in another state, so she is struggling a lot, going
Yeah,
through a lot.
this will be hard.
Hmm.
It really sounds hard because like when you're alone, you cannot really decompress yourself, and you're supposed to help the child decompress.
Yes. The good thing is she is treating her kid in a holistic way.
Mm-hmm.
That kid is getting Reiki healing as well. But though we can see a prominent change in the kid, he is getting better, but still it's
Mm-hmm.
hard for her to manage all alone. So I would
Mm-hmm.
like to support her in whatever way I could, but if we have a mom's community to talk to her, to support her, that would be great.
Well, you can invite her here into the Awakened
I invited her,
Mothers.
just right now she's in a meeting with her kids' teachers. That's why she's not
Okay.
able to join.
Okay. So we can invite her here. That's one thing. I know there's another special needs mom in the group, but she didn't show up to any of the calls
Mhm,
just yet. Uh, Best thing would be finding a community in her environment, in her neighborhood. If there aren't any, maybe something online. There are, even on Facebook, there are groups for parents of special needs kids.
mhm,
Maybe finding support somewhere there. But
mhm,
also joining here and joining the calls. Like, um, if you go to our group on school, this one, and you go to calendar,
mhm,
twice a week there are free calls for everyone, for people who aren't in the Motherlight
mhm,
uh program. They're called Here's Light.
mhm,
So I created those because I truly believe that every mother should have parenting support.
mhm,
Every mother should, and it should be like, when I was a parent only focusing on parenting coaching, I tried to do it as affordable as possible, but it wasn't working for my business, as you can imagine. So right now that I focused on shining your light, so it's basically um, a little bit into business coaching, but for spiritual moms.
mhm.
This here flight is a space where I share parenting and relationship tips, guidance, coaching for free for the members of the group.
Mhm.
So Tuesday is morning. I don't know, what time zone are you in? Where are you located?
She is in East time zone in USA.
In USA. So that would be Thursday.
Mhm,
Um, so that would be Thursday. It's 6 p.m. Warsaw time.
mhm,
So that will be 12 noon Eastern.
mhm, mhm.
I know if she's working full time, that might be a struggle too, but she can just drop her questions. I will try to respond during the call. She can watch a recording.
Sure, I'll let.
Um, yeah, or if she can join, or we can just try to find a time that works for more. If people are going to join, I can reschedule those calls because this community is also quite new. I just started it this month.
Mhm.
There are only 30 members now. Um, so I'm still like creating and building it up. So things can move around. I'm really open um to the needs of everyone involved. If it's going to help someone, I'm willing to move things around.
That's great. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, reflections, shares?
Uh, sh- I would like to share one thing. So, because of my son, I evolved a lot. So I spiritually evolved, and my awakening happened because of my son, because I had a very hard time while parenting him. And I always had this mom's guilt, whether I'm bringing up my kid in a right way. Am I a good mom? I had so many questions in my head. And um, I evolved along with him. That's what I would like to say. I didn't even have an idea about homeschooling, but I started homeschooling my kid, and it was really, I would say, kids are not here for our guidance, they are guiding us.
Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing that, because this is definitely what I believe, that being a mother is like life is a spiritual journey, but when you become a mother, the spiritual journey goes like this.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this. All
Thank you.
right, loves, if that's everything, I will just wrap up. So let us just ground for a little bit, ending ritual for those 3 days. So thank you very much for joining today, and hope you can watch the replays of day 1 and 2, because it's really, really worth it. So let's just ground, plant your feet on the floor, take a deep breath. Ah. And let's first call in the feeling of gratitude. What are you grateful for? If you want, you can share. If you don't want, you can just think it. So I'm grateful for everyone who joined this call. Right now, I'm grateful for connecting with spiritual moms. Yes, I'm grateful for everyone who joined this call. I'm grateful that I actually showed up and didn't cancel it in the end, that I actually went through all that inner work on Wednesday and Thursday and did and I went through my own medicine and did all of that recording, because they wanted to, or basically me recording myself, which is fun too. And I'm grateful for the ability to shine my light. Okay, and now the second question. What are your intentions right now, from now on, from today? What are grateful to be here, and many, many other things. Yes. What are your intentions from now on? Maybe for the next week, maybe for the next month. And Kartika is grateful to be here too. So lovely. What are your intentions? Taking one step at a time without pressure. My intention is to keep shining my light and not allow anyone to blow it out. So let's just anchor this intention. From the energy of the heart, let's just look at the little ball of light at the heart, and let it spread into the body. Just pull the energy into that sphere of light and spread it all over your body. With the heart activated, let's anchor that intention. to support and uplift other moms who need help and guidance through a holistic approach. Yes. To take one step at a time, to keep shining the light, all those intentions, let's ground them in that energy. And now let's move on to the solar plexus. And pull those intentions over there. Keep them there and spread the light into the body from that place. Oh my gosh, my fingers are tingling with energy. So many Reiki healers here. Are you doing your magic on me? We're all energy. All right, let's go back to our bodies. Let's go back to our lives with this feeling of gratitude and the soft, beautiful focus on the intention in the heart activated in the solar plexus to take bold yet gentle for yourself action. Thank you so much for coming. I will, when I upload the recording of this video, I will also share the link to book the awakening call. All of you are invited. I know Satya was interested in booking the call, so please do so. If there are no time slots that are suitable for your schedule, just send me a DM and I might be able to create a time slot for you. And as long as it's not like midnight my time. So let's try and figure it out because everything is figure outable. If the heart says yes, everything else is figure outable. The mind should never be the problem. Actually, the mind, all the inner work is focused on how to use your mind to actually contribute to your success and to conveying your heart's desire and bringing it into the world. So if you feel like something is blocking you, please book the call because we will have to talk. So thank you. Mwah. Thank you once again and see you on the awakening calls. Bye.